Hello all my crafty friends, Nana K here with NanaKDesigns.com and the Ultra Book Nook on Etsy.com. Do you see this mess on my desk? I am in the final stages of trying to round up finishing the new twist on Altered Book Pages series. This is going to be series number 8 that we're going to work on today. And we are going to just grab some random pages that are not done and try to get them done. At the front of my desk over here, I have a lot of elements that I fussy cut over the Easter holiday weekend. I've got die cuts here that I have used. I've got my Tim Holtz sitting right here, my Vagabond, so that if I wanted to cut out a couple of dies, we can. I've got elements already cut, just lots of them ready to go. So what we're going to do today is work on this book. I'm not sure exactly how much we'll get done. We're going to do about a 1-hour video, and that's it. I am going to slow down on so many videos. It's just taking up a lot of time, and I'm not getting a major amount of response, and I just don't want to keep spending so much time going slow when I really need to get some books out for sale. So let's get started. All right, and then we've already got the pockets pre-planned, and it's a matter now of just putting elements in them or journaling cards or whatever we need. So yeah, I've got to get some things stuffed in some of these pockets. I may want to even do a great big pocket to go here. Really, that might be something we want to work on. So what I would end up with this going into this pocket might be a large journaling card with a tab, and maybe put a dangle on it. So let's just go on, and I got to get big pockets made, big journal cards made for these too. So let's go on first and just kind of cut a few more die cuts out. Like I said, I've got a lot of stuff pre-cut here. I had my little man all through the Easter holiday, and I really just had to sit and do fussy cutting because he just will not be quiet when I'm trying to do videos over here. So I just decided to do a lot of the fussy cutting. So let's just start making some journal cards and stuff using the stuff I've laid out. And we have got all these elements over here that we fussy cut. I mean, really just tons and tons of fussy cuts that'll match this kit. I think we have everything we need to really just get started finishing up this journal. All right, let me look through it real quick. Of course, you know we're going to do the cover last. I always do my covers last. I usually get my fundamentals of my book done and then decide. All right, this pocket right here needs a large journaling card. And when I say large, I mean enough to it's almost like a full page, like this. So I can look at this and see it's not going to quite fit. So we are going to have to trim off a little bit of top and the bottom. So we'll go ahead and pull our trusty little blade cutter out here. And I will go ahead and just do a little bit off the top and bottom to get the card more to the size orientation that we need. I do not measure because the glue spreads differently when I put it on. And so one pocket like that may be smaller than the other one or larger than the other one. So I really am not doing a lot of measuring. So before we put the cutter up, let's see if this is all right. That's going to slide in. So we know we've got it cut the size we need it. Now what we have to do is decide what we want put on it. I hate to cover this back, but I think I have another sheet that has I got another sheet that has the lines on it. We'll just use our line paper. I've got to sturdy this card up. It's too flimsy. It's printed on the 32-pound. This is printed on the 28-pound professional grade brochure paper because it gives me that really nice smooth finish. And then we stitch the sides. So what I want to do is I want to glue this down, but I want to put a tab in here. And I know I cut some tabs. Again, we're working on this piece right here. We're going to put a large journal card in there. And we've got all the elements here that we might want to use. I've got to find a tab. And because I don't have one pre-made, let's see, what is that blue? I will cut one right quick. I probably have one over there in my tab holder, but I am going to fold this in half. I want this tab to match the set, and I'm using my weld tab. I hope I am. It would help if you opened it, wouldn't it? Oh, let's see if it's wide enough, because that's another telltale story here. And I think it just barely is the right size. Oh, yeah, just barely. So let's pop it out and see what we get. We'll throw the rest of that aside. Put the weld tail back up for right now. All right, so before I glue this completely down, I do want to get a tab on it. And I'm going to put it right there. And then I'm going to cover it on this side, okay? So let's go. Let's add the tab. Let's get this journaling card done. I may be going really kind of fast, guys, because I've been doing video after video after video, and they're just not getting watched. So I don't want to spend a lot of time boring you guys to death. Maybe there's something here that'll catch your interest. If not, we'll just move on. But I do want to get this particular series done, because this is going to be, I think, number 8 in the series. I think we just posted number 7 a while ago. That's probably not, that's good. Okay, so that's my tab on there. All right, now we're going to go ahead and glue it to the back. I really hate losing that background, but we'll deal with it. Got to sturdy it up, because it's got to be able to be pulled in and out without worrying about it getting messed up. Really concentrate on those edges there, those corners. And my glue is like blobbing out this morning, so let's pull some of it back off. All right, so got it there. I'm going to put it here, and yes, I saw the blob that when I pulled this up, there was a big blob. So let me move my dies aside a minute, because we are going to do some die cutting and different things while we're going. And I usually do my die cutting ahead, but I thought it would be kind of fun for you guys to watch some of the process of the die cutting. That's something I don't really want to do. I don't want to do that tab down. Okay. Probably should have cut it out and then left that area unglued a little bit, but we'll work with it. Let me pull this glue up, guys. All right, so we've got it down. Now we've got to cut this part out, and then we've got to put another backing on there. Okay, cut it right there. Do not want to cut my tab. I had to go underneath it. I think I'm good. I've got stitching on this, so that glue hopefully will hold it so it won't come unraveled. That's good. Guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have expanded my desk. We did move, this is moving around, so things are in a little bit different place. You're not going to be able to see me pull my drawers out because they're now to my left. Excuse me, to my right. And, but it really is, the setup is better for me because I can actually move the camera around, and I've just got more space up here to work. Yeah, I just need to put more junk on my desk. That's what I should say, I guess. Okay, I want to get my paper on the back, and I was looking at this one, and I really like this, and I think I'm going to use it since it's already got stitching on it. Yeah, I'm going to lose another design. I'm trying to see if there's one I'd rather lose than that one. I don't want to lose this one either. That one I don't mind, but I don't like that stitching. I'm not sure I like that color. Let me look one more time. I don't want to lose those two, but I like that color. No, I'm not going to lose those two. I like those two. So we're going to either lose this or we're going with it. You know what? I'm going with the first one I grabbed to start with, and I just should have gone with it and hushed my mouth. But we're going to go with it. All right, I want to trim this up. It's not quite even along that edge. And it's easier now to trim it now than it would be to trim it later. So I want to put it right back there. Oh man, it's going to act up. And my blades have gotten really dull. And I think I probably just messed up this piece, so it may not get to use it after all. Yeah, I really chewed that up, didn't I? Oh my goodness, it never fails. It just always got to be something. Hey, but that is the story of crafting. All right, look, I'm going to just try it with my scissors. Really close to the edge of the stitching, and I think maybe, well, the stitching is not even, so we're going to look one more time and see if it's even, and it's not. And I'm going to start in the middle. Sometimes if you start in the middle and go that way, you get it better, and it didn't work any better. Oh well, that's all right. We'll just, my blade has definitely had its better day, but when we glue this down, it won't be noticeable, I don't think. All right, let's put my blade back. Trying to keep everything in the right spot, so when I go to grab it again, it's there. I am going to glue it right there. No, I'm not, because I really cut way too much off, so discard that paper. Got to go back to the one I wasn't really crazy about. Maybe that's the one it's just meant to be anyway. Tiring it. Done the wrong side. Okay. I'm going to try this again, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just going to go for it. All right, let's go ahead and glue this up. Make sure these corners are caulked good. I have got to get me a glue book. And I don't know why I haven't got one already, because I have got hundreds of pages I've cut out. There's no reason. Matter of fact, I got an old dictionary somewhere an old encyclopedia I'm not going to use, most likely. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Let's balance this out where we don't lose too much of either way of the design. Get it on that edge up there. Cover the white. And let's press it down. I have to glance every once in a while to make sure I'm recording, because I am having a real serious problem with my recording equipment. Just deciding it wants to cut off. Sometimes the sound just cuts off. So I have to glance over there once in a while. Okay, I got to be a little careful because the blend here is so close. I don't want to cut the original page or the original card that we're going to be using. We're going to do some trimming right there. Okay. I'm probably going to round these edges. We'll check real quick and see what they look like. Okay, make sure we're still going to fit in our slot like we want to. We're going to have to come off that back some. So I do know we're going to have to come off this back side. So I need to get it in here real quick. Okay. You know what, guys? I'm not going to cut any off that back side. Look at that. That looks great. Stuff in that pocket, and we're going to put our dingle dangle right there. All right, so we got that part of it done, and I'm not going to cut it off, but I am going to ink the corners. Grab my pad. Let's ink these edges. I said corners, I mean edges, but we are going to round them, so I do need to. And I have told y'all throughout this whole series that we were testing this Yoo-Hoo stick glue. I am really liking this glue. It really cuts down a lot of time of me doing some gluing, and it really prevents, in my opinion, I'm not getting as much ripple or wrinkling of the pages that I am gluing. Now, I do notice that as it dries, I get a little bit of curling effect, but I can always come back in like this and press again on the other side when it's curling one way, and go back and get a good flat press. Also, you can also at the end put this, if you wanted to put this journal card, you can put it between a couple layers of heavy books. That'll also help the curling if you end up with that situation. Okay, I'm going to grab my corner tab here. I'm going to use my large corners and see if we can do that. There is stitching there, so I'm trying to be cautious of my stitching. I do a lot of machine stitching, as you guys can see. That's when I have time to do a lot of pre-prepping. And I haven't had that time lately, but we do a lot of machine stitching on our books. All of our books have a lot of machine stitching. This is a different design. I usually have a beautiful vine, but this was like a double cross stitch, and I kind of liked it. It really gives me a good feel, and I feel like I get a good sturdy edge here. And that's the whole purpose of me stitching these edges, is so that when you're using this edge of the book or turning pages, you're getting a good strong edge here that doesn't seem to wrinkle and mess up. Okay, let's upscale this card a little bit by jumping over here and looking at some of this beauty. All right, since we got a heart on the back, it might not be a bad idea, so that we can make them blend. It might not be a bad idea to come in here with a piece of your clip art, yeah, and add these to the front, because then you get a better blend of what you already had. I like that. And this butterfly, I think, was right there. I might go that. So far, I like that. I'm just experimenting now. I'm not gluing anything down. This is not permanent at this point. All right. And then off to this side, I've got this beautiful swirl I did a while ago using my die machine. And I did it two-tone. Did a pretty two-tone here. So that's that. Okay, I'm kind of liking this. I really am. But I'm not sure. But anyway, what you see here was one of the die cuts I had cut out. And then I actually cut a second one out of a different color. And then what I did was just clip edges off and paste it on to make a kind of a, I don't know, I kind of like that. But I want to hide some of the base. I don't know. I like this because all this matches what's on the back, and that's what I kind of want to go with. So I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to make them. Well, you know, we could make this a tux, but I don't want to do that. I'm just going to keep it simple. Now my glue wants to cut up on me. Let's open this tube up a little. I had to pause for a minute, and so it's kind of, everything's kind of lost its flexibility for a few minutes there. Let's go. All right. We're going to do that, and we're going to do this one. So we need to get it down. These are not hard to glue. It's just that you got to glue such small areas. But usually if you can get them mostly on the ends and tips of things, they go down real well. I hope I'm in the video. I'll have to look to the side here to see if I'm inside the video of the taping frame here. I am real bad about not getting inside the taping frame. Alright, so there's my die cut, which gives it a little bit of a dimension there. Okay, I kind of like that. Whoop, that one's not down. And we got to make sure it's down, because that would definitely catch on the pocket as it was going in. So got to make sure that point's down. Right, then let's get back and grab that heart that we already glued, and let's get it down right about there. And I think I might want to take, I cut out some cute little button hearts, and I might just put a button right there at that base, kind of like that, but I believe I like that one better. Just at the base, I kind of just didn't like that. We're just, well, you know what? We can do some word art there at that base. Something wordy. Flowers are like friends. They color your world. That's a little bigger than I want, I think. I want something a little smaller than that, maybe. Let's see what we got in these word arts. Don't have anything any smaller, do I? Spring, a little reminder how beautiful change can be. I think I'm going to trim this one down a little. Let my cutter out again. Let's cut it down just a tiny bit. I was cutting down a little more than that. Okay, got that one cut down like that. And got it cut down like there. I don't want it to overpower. I don't want it to overpower that pretty heart there. So I'm trying to cut it down just a little. And got to be careful not to move it because we're running out like that. We didn't want it to slide. Hold it tight. Come back. Okay. I've got that purple cut off. And I may have to just do it with my scissors. Oh, I got it. All right. So cut it down. Out of the way. Grab my ink up here again. And that made it a lot smaller. Yeah, I like that better. Right down that corner like that. So that doesn't overpower the heart. Yeah, but it's got to go over because of the wording. So let's put that one right there in the corner. And you could have gone around to those if you wanted to, but I didn't. All right. Now we got what's next. This flower here matches the flower in the back, so we're going to go and get it down. And then we've got the butterfly. And I think, other than putting some kind of a dingle-dangle on it, I've got that one like I want it. Okay, and I think I'm just going to, I've just lost my butterfly. Now that's a no-no. I need that butterfly. Excuse me if my head got in there, guys. I'm sorry. All right, let's see. Got it there. And let's get the butterfly right here. So what we've ended up doing is taking fussy cuts that I've done over the weekend. Like I said, I've done a whole lot. What these were pages like this that I had extras of, and I cut the graphic stuff out of them. And so now that gives me stuff to blend and make a little bit of interest to our pages that we've already got. All right, now this is my journaling card, and the back has got a little journaling area, and now I went and put the clip art in to match. So now we've got a perfectly matching card. This one is going to slide right here in this little gap here, and we're going to go in and put a dingle-dangle on it, and that will hang somewhat out of the book. So I've got to grab my tools, and that's going to be a good one. I have done so much rearranging that I'm having to look for stuff again. But I see it, I think. I see it. But it's not in there. I am looking my, yeah, there it is. I think I just found it. It's not in its proper place, which makes me mad with myself. But I had to find my crocodile. And I got some of my pieces here. All right. Let's look at it and see what we want. We really want it right in that corner. And my crocodile doesn't get rid of those little extra papers in there. I always have to punch them out. I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but I do. All right, I've got to punch my hole right there, and then I'm going to find something pretty to put there. Oh, I write this light lavender. Works perfectly in there. I hope I've got it on the right setting because I have not used this in a while. That wasn't cool. And it's on that floor, and if my baby walks through this floor, there it is, way up under there, so I'll get it later, as long as it's not where if he was to come in from his daddy's house, he would step on it. So I'll try that again. Pressing hard. All right, so now I've got my ring on. All right, so, and I'm going to do what I should have done to start with and put my crocodile back inside of its case. Then when I see the case, I know it's in there. All right, now, so next, I need to get a dingle-dangle to go on there. So give me just a minute, guys. I am going to have to stop a pause for just a second. Let me go find a dangle to go. Okay, I don't think I have any purple dangles pre-made. And I'm not going to try today to make the pre-made dangles. I now wish I had some blue in this particular page, because that's what I've got is blue dangles, it looks like. That's a mighty large dangle, isn't it, guys? But you know what? We'll look at that one. Oh, there's one small one right there. That's good enough. Okay. Now, let's see if we can get this to work. I've got these like light bulb shaped hooks, and I'm going to add it on just right there. I think this will work and hold it. You see it? I'm seeing it light. Okay, so there's my dingle jangle on the side. My granddaughter makes my dingle dangles. I'm going to have to get up with her and tell her she's going to have to get up here and help Grandmama get some more done. But there it is, guys. The blue's not that bad. Looks okay. If I could find a blue butterfly, I might add a little bit of another butterfly to kind of pull out some of that blue. And there's one. But we don't want to overdo it, and it's not the same color blue. That's more of a teal color blue. I don't know if we're just better off letting it go. I am. And if something comes up where I can get a hold of some purple dingle dangles, my granddaughter comes to make some, we'll change it maybe. But it's okay. All right, so, and besides, the pocket I'm putting it in, right there, has teal and blues right there. So it's not bad, but once you get it in, as you see, that's going to hang and dangle out. Oh, that's hanging and dangling outside the book. So outside the page. Looks really cute. All right, so that is that one done for today, and we are only like 20-some minutes. So let's just take a look at our book. What I'm trying to do is I am trying to work my way through and get most of all this done, decorated or something done to all of it as I'm going along. Nothing, some of these pages, you know, if you're going to sell your book and somebody else is going to do some things, you might want to leave some of this stuff undone, just simple pages, maybe one piece of clip art or something on it to give them an idea that there's things that they can do. I mean, I kind of like that right off to that side there of the book. Just a little something to look at on the page. And since I've got it clipped out, I'm going to go with it. I kind of like that. Although I don't want to do a lot to this page. I do want a little something on it to show the person who purchases this book. That's what they can do. And I may not do any more of them in the book that I've left, because you got to leave them something to work with. And if you were to be the one that wants to purchase this book, all you have to do is notify me if you want me to come in and add elements to all the pages after you bid on the book and if you're the one that wins the bid and you want more done to it, all you have to do is write me and let me know. Okay, and I can go in and add more to some of the other pages. And I don't think I want to do any more to this. I just like that. Just simple. Keep it simple. Okay, so that page is done. So far, okay, don't forget we had a tab up here, and it's not showing out really well for me. So I think I'm going to pull this one out since we are in the process of trying to make things real visible. I think I may add a pull tab onto that from the top. Let me see what I got on my tabs, guys. I've got to believe me in just a second and grab my book, my tabs over there. But I don't think I have any more purples done. So it's going to be a matter of putting the book aside a minute, putting this card down, grabbing my other tab maker, which is this one. Okay, and then I'm going to grab a piece of I think I'm going to grab a solid piece. Do I want a solid piece? I'm trying to think, guys. Do I want a solid piece or not? I think I do. All right, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to fold this over because this is one that you have to fold and stick your tab in like this. to get your folded tab. And I didn't know that for a long time. I was not aware of that for a long time, guys, believe it or not. Careful, okay? I really do not want to cover up the front at all. And I don't think I can get this back opened back up, so I'm probably going to just, let me look at it one more time. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. Okay, we're just going to smear it up a little. And I have a teeny tiny butterfly somewhere in the stack, and I may stick him on there. All right, let's go with it. Okay, tab, both sides. Try to get it right in the middle where you want it. Okay, make sure it's straight. Okay, let me just glance a little, guys. I may not confine my little butterfly because I'm telling you, he is a little teeny tiny thing. And I don't see him. That's so sad to me because I did have a beautiful little butterfly that would have fit there. And I don't want a great big one because that just covers up everything. So for right now, until I can find my little butterfly, which I'm going to put there, if I can find him again, I'm telling you, he's like that big, really tiny. But anyway, now I can see that this is a pull-out tab a whole lot better than I could before. So that looks better to me. It just shows up a lot better. Okay, so that's finished. The front of the book is starting to look complete here to me. All right, let's go. Let's see what's the next page. Like I said, we were only 20-some minutes in the video, so we might do one or two more small things. I don't like that. Okay, let's go on. I don't want to do anything to that right now, or that. We do need to make another card for this one, but since we just did that, let's don't do it on the same video, and that's going to take too long. I just want something that I need to put just a tab on, or pull, just a simple pocket. Okay, here's a simple pocket page right here. We just need a simple pocket. So I'm going to look through my cuttings here and see if I've got a pocket that I can put there. And who knows what we'll find in all this pretty stuff we've done. Aha, there's a pretty pocket. The color, I'm not sure I like, with that great big flower. But we're just going to look and see if we got a page that we really like it on. We're not going to cover that one. Oh, I like that. Now that I like. Okay, so here, we're going to do the simple pocket page right here. Yeah, I jumped through the book a little bit. Okay, we're going to do the simple pocket. So, step one. You guys know the steps. You got to make the background, the back a little stronger by adding a piece of 110 pound to it. And I just grabbed my Very Arts glue. It was right there. Just quick and simple what I'm after for this last little bit on this video. I really want to keep these videos where you guys are not plagued with an hour, 2-hour video. It just seems like nobody wants to watch them that long. I probably don't have time because by the time you look at several other the artists that I mean, I see all kinds of challenges and all going on, and I know a lot of you guys are watching all these challenges and things. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to work on one of the challenges. It's the one that Rachel Bella and Angela Kerr are doing. I have actually, over the weekend, printed both kits. I purchased both kits and printed them, and I have cut out all the elements for them. And now what I'm going to do is watch some of the videos that people have done, and I'm going to try to see if I can do some of the challenges that they're doing. I'm not sure if we're allowed to video. I'm going to write Rachel a note and ask her, am I allowed to video any of the challenges using that hashtag that I do to show to my audience before I do. But if she says it's okay, I am going to actually show my version of some of the things that people are doing. And I think that's what makes the whole community of crafters or journal scrapbooking and journal crafting unique, is because we all actually contribute in different ways. All right, so I've got that. Let's see. Let's add a butterfly maybe to this pocket. I want to dress the pocket up before I put it on the page. And I do think I want a piece of word art on this one also. What do I have here? If you never experienced the joy of accomplishing more than you can imagine, plant a garden. That's kind of unique. Flowers are happy things. I guess that's strange. I'm not sure where I got these quotes. I think I can't recite these. Are some I found online. Okay. Flowers don't worry about how they're going to bloom. They just open up and turn toward the light, and that makes them beautiful. I don't think that makes a lot of sense, but coming from who wrote it, that's the way it is. I hope someday to meet God because I want to thank him for the flowers. That's a pretty one. That's a very beautiful thought. And this, I like, bless my bloomers. That is, so far, that's my favorite. So I like that one, and I'm going to put it down. Oh, but I am going to corner this one just a tiny bit, just to give it some visual, just some more visual. Okay, I'm turning it around. I think this is one of my quotes, guys, because I'm using my background, so. I am inking it up a little. I am going to go ahead and trim off this edge of the green because it looks strange to me, and I'm going to trim off this edge of the green. It just looks strange on the edges. Look, I get it top and bottom, but all right, bless my bloomers. We're going to glue her down on this pocket right in the center. Get it straight. Then we're going to bring the butterfly onto it just a little bit. Do not let, if you're not going to back the butterfly with 110 pounds, don't let the wing hang over the top of that pocket because you're going to have a journal card coming in and out. So I'm putting my butterfly on, flat down on the tab, the word art. Okay, now we're going to put this pocket right here on this beautiful background page. And again, we're not going to glue that side, so we're going to hold it and just glue right here along these edges. And I'm trying to stay close to the edge. It's not always easy to do. But after a while, you can meet the challenge. There's some days I can just pick that glue up and I start gluing and it goes perfectly where I want it to. And there's other days, I don't care how hard I try, it's zigzaggy, wiggly. It just changes day to day. Okay, we have a simple pocket here, guys. All right, we're going to put the book aside a minute. I've got to put something in it. And I like this one, okay? I'm not going to put it in here, this in right yet, but I probably will put this in this pocket. This is another pocket I've done, and I am going to do a video on how I've designed this. This has got a little pull tab, a little twist tab right there. It opens up to a journaling spot right there. Then this opens up to another journaling spot there. And then it's just a tag. Kind of a cute tag, but I like this little swing right here that holds the top one down. That's a cute tab. Okay, we will do a video on that one. So now what we've got to do, and this is not wanting to hold because I'm trying to put it against fabric, which is a thread. So sometimes on these, if you're going to put glue on top of your thread, you're better off to use your fabric tag just on that edge. I'm going to let that see if it'll work or not. Okay, now I want to do a tag to go in, and this is a perfect tag. The size is a little smaller than I wanted. I wanted it a little wider, but I don't have one wider right this minute. So I'm going to go with this one. We're going to dress this one up. Okay, let's put our book up a little bit. Again, we're going to grab our background paper. I'm using a large spot, so I am going to use my stick glue. sun is really starting to come out now. It looked like it was going to rain for a while, but the sun's finally peeping out, giving us right much light here in this room. Got to get that scrap off. Don't want it to show through. All right, let's see if we can get this down on here. Relatively even, so we don't have to do a lot of cutting. I want to do a lot of cutting and trimming if I can help it. Okay. Trying to stay within the video, guys. I do love the fact that I got myself some more space. I really am more comfortable crafting now in this area than I was. I feel like it's going a little smoother. I mean, I've even got so much room that I'm able to keep my die cut machine right here. So I can just reach out and do a die cut every now and then while I'm videoing if I want to. And I do like this. A little bit intricate top cut here. And then this way then. It's like it wasn't glued down good on that corner, so I got to kind of check it. Yeah, need a little bit more glue right there. So we'll just put the berry arts on that corner. All right, we're down. All right, we've got that. We need this to be a writing spot, so we need to get a piece of the writing paper, which is behind me somewhere. Yeah, I always keep these printed out. And since this is a bland, really bland page, I think we're going to do some little more intricate design on this one. Okay. I'm probably going to make this a flip out journal spot, guys. Which I've seen me do it 100 times, but I'll do it 100 more before it's over with. It's just, you know, since that's what we're watching, since you're watching me do, we're going to do that. Okay. Yeah, you got to make sure you're right on those edges. Hopefully no white spots poking out, but remember, if you have a little tiny fraction of a white spot poking, no problem, because you can trim it off. Okay, we're going to come in with a cutter for just a second and go ahead and trim off the top. Okay, so I do need this piece. Put it aside for something else. All right, now let's go. All right, let's measure and do a flip right here. Okay, I don't want white showing, so I have to keep pushing and pushing until I got it right on that edge, but we do not want it to come through on the side. So it's really, this is the first fold, and it's kind of an important one, okay? And I think that's all I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to do one open flip, so that when you flip it up, that's what you've got. I don't see any necessity in a great big one here. We could flip this whole page and make it really big. I don't see a necessity in it, so we're going to put it back on the cutter here, and we're just going to do that one flip on this particular one, and there we go. All right, so now, the other thing I want to do is I want to get rid of, I want to cut it off, the very last piece. I want to cut off at this line right here, because I don't want to cut the tab out twice. So I'm going to cut it right to there, cut that piece off. That way, if I put a ribbon or whatever in the tab, I'm not having to take the ribbon out to open up the journaling spot, if that makes sense, you guys. I'll show you in a minute what I'm talking about. I can sit here probably and tell you all day long, and until you actually visually, I'm a visual person, so sometimes I have to see things visually. So I'm just going to assume other people are too. All right, so what I'm saying is, if I put my ribbon in this right here, so we really actually need to cut off one more line. I need to actually cut off one more line right there, so that when we open this, our ribbon's going to be right here, And we're not going to have to untie it to open up the journals page. So let's get the spot cut out. All right, there's that spot cut out there. And we need to actually, if I can find it, and I don't see it right handy, my little circle one. All right, get back in your right spot. Guys, I am really trying hard to make sure my equipment stays where it's supposed to. Even though as hard as I try, I am missing my circle punch. So maybe the ribbon will, you know what? We can solve it this way. There you go. Nobody's the wiser. I don't know what I've done with it though. So, oh, no, that's my corner one. I don't know where it's at, but we're going to go ahead and ink this. I'm going to round out that corner down there with a large punch. All right, we didn't get a good, you see, that's what I'm talking about, making sure that these corners are down. I don't know how, I thought I'd done them all tight, but obviously I didn't. So you have to make sure they're down tight. And that's where this pressing with this tool is really, yeah, none of the corners are tight. So we're going to try that again. Okay. All right, so I want to corner these edges before I finish inking. All right, so corner that one, corner that bottom. Okay, I got a pretty corner down there. All right, let's work on this corner just a little more and see if I can get in just a little straighter. There we go. All right, open up a nice corner there. Let's finish inking this. Okay, you do not have to ink this inside if you don't want to. I just like to give it a little touch, nothing fancy. Okay, and as I'm pulling this, I'm feeling a little bit of looseness on this edge. Same thing, I'm just going to come in with my glue. I guess I'd have been better off to do the berry arch to start with. Real important to seal that secondary layer, which is your sandwich layer, to that top. That is the cardstock. It seems to be having a little issue, but we got it. That's tighter now. All right, let's set this back aside. All right, this tag is done. Except I do want to decorate it up a little bit. I'm going to look and see what I have that I can use that won't take away. I like that. Don't like that. I've got a couple little buttons here. I like this one. I do kind of like this one. I can put that there. I can do a stack one. A little stack. Okay, these have a hole in the center so I can actually make sure I'm centering it. I do like that, so I'm going with that, guys. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fix this flower as I'm going so that we won't have an issue. So I'm going to just do the center a little like this with glue. Then I'm going to come in and match that hole with this hole. This is a die cut I have. I got this particular cut from a art show, a craft show that in Raleigh, North Carolina several years ago. My husband was kind enough to let me go one time. And I was a very good girl. I didn't spend a massive amount of money, but I spent enough. Okay, I gotta make sure that stays in its place. That looks good. And then we're gonna do this one, and I thought I had cut out a yellow, a green. All right, I'm gonna go find this disc and cut it a yellow. I'm gonna do one more in the center here. Then I'm gonna go find that yellow, or find that particular die cut right quick. And it won't take long if y'all just be patient with me a second. Let me go in and grab. I hope I can find it because it was in a specific area. And if I can't find it right away, we'll just not worry about it. I know what it looks like, but I have so many dyes, and I can't find it, so that disappoints me. I might find something else that I can use in that center. All right, Lord, I need you to help me find it. I know they were right here in the front earlier. That's so aggravating. This is what happens when you've got too much tools and equipment. And that's where I am. I have so many dyes. But that's a pink one. It shouldn't be all that hard to find. And I thought I had left everything that I punched out this morning kind of in the close proximity. But obviously I didn't, did I? So we're just going to say, never mind. Never mind. It's not worth fighting over. Okay. I'll tell you what we do have, though. We've got some cute little rhinestones over here on the side. And we can possibly put one of those in. And that's what I'm going to do. Hey, if all else fails, do something else, right? All right, I've got some cute little rhinestones right here. Just to break off, what I'm trying to do is break off the monotony of the color just a tiny bit. The yellow is not the right shape. So the pink would work, and they are tiny, guys. It's a little tiny star. Just a little bling there in the center. All this back. Okay, so. All right, let's get this glued down. All right, I want that vine about there. I hate to cut, but anyway. Glue down. I love this journal. It's going to be so hard putting it up for sale because I have had such a good time making the videos and doing the journal and getting things planned and organized to do this. Okay, just pat that down a little. I'm going to put this one on. Just in the center. Now you got to remember you're getting ready to put that down in a pocket. Okay, so you do want it to catch. So I am going to have to do what I didn't really want to have to do, but I'm going to have to glue it all. I like the dimensional look it makes, but it's not going to work going into the pocket if you don't at least glue the bottom parts that could snag down. These pieces right here could snag easily. Well, let's see what we've got. We've not got the top part glued, but we can try the bottom. Let's see what we end up with. Oh, that popped that right back off. Let's put it back on to give it time to dry. Don't want to lose my little center there. I like my little center. Don't you lose it. Stay, stay, stay. My glue will dry clear. Okay, let's look at it again. All right, that's going in like that. Good. Now we need one more thing. Can anybody think what it is? Always my butterfly. I gotta have another butterfly. And to be sure, in all that fussy cutting we've done, we've got another butterfly. I'm scrambling. Or even so, we could also put another piece of word art on it. Okay, I'm not finding a butterfly in this particular cutouts. That's not fun. I got this one, but I don't want to cut him from the rest of his art. So we'll grab our butterfly box right up here beside me. And we will go with that pretty one that I had earlier, the blue and purple one. I don't know, you almost can't see him, right? I don't want nothing that much contrast. I don't want nothing that big. Oh, that is pretty, though. He's large, but he's pretty. I'm going to think about that one. I'm going to think about this one. I definitely don't want these two. I don't know if I like this blue and black or not. I kind of do. Okay, that one's won me over for that size. I think I'm going to go with the monarch. All right, let's go with that one. Just a little different than anything else we've used. And, you know, I like a little variety. So we're going to put them up. Oops, got one butterfly. All right, let's see where we're going to put him. I think I'm going to put him going that way. We need to add a little bit of color. I see a little bit of white peeking out around the black. I'm going to purple it a little. All right. And we're going to put him going like this. And I am going to make sure the swallowtail part is down. Just because we don't want it to rip off. The wings can stay up just a tiny bit, but the swallowtail has to go down. All right, guys, so there's the tag. Let's go in behind us and grab a ribbon of some sort in our little ribbon box behind us. Got a solid blue and a solid purple here. I'm going to go with a little piece of this. And I'm not going to make this one large. I'm just going to do just a little bit right here. Okay. Keep it simple. Keep this last little bit right here simple as we can. Okay, guys, I think if you've been watching my videos, you know what's next here. I always put some glue underneath this. Because once I tie it, I don't want it to come untied. And I kind of want this one to hang down, I think. I think it's naturally kind of coming to a downward spiral, and I think I like that. So I'm going to clip it there. And I'm going to clip it there. And there we go. There's our tag. Let that dry. And we are done for today, guys. We have got a couple more pages done. Offline, I am probably, off video, I'm probably going to do some more of these pages because we're going to finish this book. I've really got a lot to do it decorating there. I missed that somehow. But we're going to try to finish up this book. If you didn't see this video earlier, we've done a triple pocket video. Go back and look for that. Look for the whole series. This is number 8 in the series of A New Twist on Journal. New twist on altered book pages. Look for that series, and you can see all the things we've done. But this is Nana Kay. I'm going to sign off. Excuse all the mess. We're going to clean it up. But that's what we got done today. We got that one done. And and this beautiful tag to go in this spot here we got done today. So we are going to make some more large journal cards, and the other one of these small center places put dangles on them. And I'm going to try to finish up these little spots here that we had started, and we have got just a few elements to put on. And I will come back, probably do a video on one of these large corner pockets and the dual pockets here. I can't think if I've done a video or not. But anyway, this is series number 8. Nana Kay signing off, telling you I thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new to my channel. If you're new, we really want to welcome you. If you're one of my returning people, I really greatly appreciate you. So just know that I am out here trying my best to find things that interest you. I have found out that the auto book is more my niche that I like more than anything. I have added the lace. I'm not sure if I showed you that, but we'll go through that when we do a final flip through. Next time you see me, we're going to be doing series 9 and 10, and I think 10 is going to finish up the series, which 10 will probably be the cover, and 9 will just be kind of showing you what I've done to finish up the book. So this is Nana Kay saying have a beautiful day, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.